So you will have been shared a folder that has some information about your strengths and goals. When you get the email, you click on Open. And once you do that, you want to add this folder to your drive. So up in the top right hand corner here, we click on Add to Drive. And it will switch your view back into the normal drive mode. Click one more time, Open in Drive. So Add to Drive first, and then Open in Drive. Now, once we get into this view, you'll see in here that you have 3 files. This first one here is a file that has your class data in it. The sample file has a practice file, and then the third one is a teacher template. I'll open up this teacher template and just show you what's inside. So here you can see that you've got basically a template, and these little areas here are called fields, and they're the things that will be replaced with the information that is in the spreadsheet. So now going back to the spreadsheet, I'm going to open up the sample one. So let's say that I am Mr. White. I can put in my name here for all the kids here. Today, because this is a practice one, what I wanted to do, I want to just put in my email address here because I want it to email back to me. So I'm going to put in my email address twice. After that, you can come through here. You're going to put in your strengths and goals for semester 1. Once this is complete, let me just copy these down. So once I've finished that and I've put in my strengths and my goals, then I'm ready to go to the part where I'm going to join the spreadsheet to the template. This is a very easy process. So you're going to go up to add-ons, and what we're looking for is this autocrat menu. Now if you've never used it before, you won't have that menu. So I'm going to go get add-ons, and in here, I see it right here is autocrat. If you don't see it there, then you can click on search for it and type autocrat. And then when you click on it, you'll have a little button up here that says free instead of manage. So click on that and it will ask you to authorize the application, and then we're ready to go. So once that's installed, we go to autocrat and launch. And what that's going to do is pop up this sidebar here. And we have to do just a small amount of setup. So I'm going to click on here where it says new merge job. And this is going to be the part where it's going to ask you to find the template. Here we go. This is a template that I've used in the past. I want to use a new template. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to search for teacher template. Okay, so this is the teacher template one. It was made this morning. That's definitely it. I click select. And now what's going to happen is it's going to ask us to make sure that the fields or the tags are the same in both documents. Before that, it wants us to name it. So I'm going to call this test merge for strengths and goals. And this is going to make a folder for us to put all of the documents in. So at this point, I want to check that these are all correct. So last name, teacher, teacher, all the way through. Yep, they all line up. They're all the same. So I'm going to press save. Now in this part here, what we have the opportunity to do is to make a standardized name. We can put in here the child's last name. So I'm going to copy that, paste it in, and then I'm going to put the first name. This is kind of a standard filing format. And I'll put in the strengths and goals 2014-15. Now I'm going to put my name in there too, the teacher name, because that will help me with if I'm searching for it later. Okay, now select the file type. We definitely want a Google Doc because you want to be able to edit it later. Now, if you're just making the documents, you can stop here and press save. If you want to email the documents to parents, you have to click on here where it says email. And then in here, this is basically the same thing. I want to send it to both the mother and the father. So I'm going to copy both of those. And I need to make sure that I separate these with a comma. The subject, we can put in the child's first name. And I'm going to put an apostrophe, so strengths and goals document. And then here we can write a short message. So now that you've completed an email here, this is the message that will go to all parents. One extra thing that needs to happen, and this is very important, is that you need to change this from a view-only Google Doc to a PDF. That way it can be viewed by anybody. They don't need to log in, and it will just be much easier. So change this from include the document as a PDF file. Press save. Now that you've saved, I'm going to go across to the very far side of the spreadsheet. You can see we have these extra columns here. This is where the information will go in about the document. Now that we're complete, all we need to do is press Run Merge. And what's happening is in the background, the documents are being produced and they'll be emailed off to each of the parents. Okay, when this is complete, this is how the view of the autocorrect menu. And then in the far right hand column, now we'll see that this is filled with information. There's a link to the document itself, and it also tells us that the email has been sent. So now if I go back into my email, I'll be able to see what the parents receive. So this is a copy of the email that the parents will receive that has the message that you crafted here. And then they also have a PDF document that they can open up and they can view all the strengths and goals. Just so that you know, when you're in Drive, I'll go back one, what happens is the autocorrect script will create this folder for you, and this is where the documents are kept. If at some stage you make a mistake, let's say for instance you spell this name incorrectly and it's actually Peter. In order to rerun this line, you need to go to the very far right hand column, delete the contents here, and then press Run Merge one more time. If you don't delete the contents in these columns here, it will not run. Also, do not delete the headers up here because that will interfere with the spreadsheet. And just as an aside, so that one's complete nearly, this will now make a third document that will pop up in here. So you would need to get rid of the original one. So apart from that, hopefully this provides a great way for you to communicate back to the parents with your strengths and goals, and hopefully it's fairly easy to manage. If you have any questions, please contact me by phone, email, or drop into the Tech Loft.